Open and closed syllables are important building blocks in the construction of words. Understanding the difference between them can help dyslexic learners with both reading and spelling. Every syllable has a vowel in it. An open syllable is one where nothing comes after the vowel. For instance, when the word moment is split into its two syllables, mo is an open syllable, but ment is closed because there are letters after the vowel. Useful resources for teaching this session might include whiteboards and coloured markers, a sheet of easy words with different numbers of syllables, cards displaying open and closed syllables, beanbags with open and closed targets to throw them at, worksheets displaying key words, and word cards with words split into syllables. Jude starts the session by making sure her learners understand what syllables are.
We're going to just find out if you know what a syllable is. Do you know what a syllable is?
Is it when you break up a word like butter, butter?
Yeah, so yeah, you split it into syllables.
She refers to them as beats, and the learners clap the beats of the words she's chosen.
So the first one, how many syllables in that word?
One.
One in the first one, so hot. Let's try the next one. Clap them out. And the word is?
Butter.
Butter. Well, you're trying to teach people a reading skill so that they can split words up easily for reading, and then that naturally leads on to spelling. And the central point is whether they can identify a long vowel and a short vowel, hence you keep referring back to the vowel sounds, and some people can't do that, and for some children it takes quite a long time to develop that skill. Once you can develop that skill, then it makes reading much easier because you can split words up more easily and you can glue them back together for spelling. And if you think in syllables, there are other types of syllables that you can then add on further down the tracks. When we're talking about syllables, we've got two types of syllables that we're thinking about at the moment. The first one I'm going to draw on here, and this word says
Hot.
And what does this say? Yeah.
With the learners confident they can identify syllables, Jude can show how every syllable has a vowel in it. Open syllables make the long vowel sound, closed syllables the short sound. For instance, the word depend, when split into its syllables, has the long E sound on the open D syllable and a short E, the E sound, in pend, the closed syllable.
A, E, I, O, U, those are the pink ones. The top ones, A, say it out loud. So I'd start off with the children listening to the sound so that their ears are hearing the sound and then their eyes are seeing the symbol for that letter and linking that sound with the symbol, so A and A with the shape of the letter A. So that's what the cards on the table were for.
Jude uses a variety of cards so that her learners can build syllables into words and then build words into sentences.
I always say it's like a Lego brick approach. You click the bricks together to make words. So you can have an open syllable with a closed syllable or two open syllables together. And if you can see it in those chunks, it just makes it much easier to break the words up and then to spell them. Read these syllables just out to me. This one.
He, ba, bay.
Eventually you would build up perhaps into reading a sentence with those words in and then eventually spelling the words so that you're taking a gradual approach to take people through.
A simple game where the learners throw beanbags at targets to show whether a sound is an open or closed syllable is a fun, multi-sensory way to learn.
I use all kinds of things like that because it makes it more fun. It's more multi-sensory, your whole body's involved in it, you're listening, you're looking, your brain's having to think and make choices. But I think more important than any of that, it's fun. Let's try baby.
Having learned about open and closed syllables as a reading and listening exercise, it's important that it becomes a simple writing exercise too.
One of the things you get with dyslexic learners is that they often come with a self-esteem issue and a barrier to learning. So I try and make my lessons fun and a bit riotous at times, because that breaks down those kind of barriers. And I think when you've had fun and you've done something kinesthetic, it's much easier for a lot of children to remember. You've both done really well. Really well. Thank you.
So to recap the key points for teaching open and closed syllables. Make sure the learner understands what a syllable is. Show how each syllable contains a vowel. Explain how the letters which close a syllable change the sound of the vowel. Create games and word-building exercises to reinforce the principles. Make it a writing exercise too.